while making her second album Kiss, a dance pop bubblegum record released on September 2012 that included the iconic hit Call Me Maybe along with Good Time featuring Owl City, the follow-up to her debut album Tug of War. But before Kiss was created, Carly actually had a whole other album set to release that was gonna be her second album. However, it ended up getting cut into an EP titled Curiosity, which was exclusively released only in Canada while the rest of the songs were scrapped, and then she went on to make a new album which ended up becoming Kiss. Now before I get to why that happened, let's go back to the beginning when Carly was working on this album, which takes us to January 25th, 2010, when Carly tweeted to fans that she was in the studio with Ryan Stewart, who she worked with on Tug of War. They were beginning to work on album 2. Then a few days later, she revealed on Twitter that she had over 55 songs written since the release of Tug of War for her next album. And when asked about the new album in an interview she did with Gibson, which was uploaded on YouTube on March 1st, she revealed a few new details about it.
I really am looking forward to getting it out there and seeing what everyone thinks. Writing with Ryan again, same guy that I worked with last time, amazing producer Ryan Stewart. And like I said, another track with Josh and a couple of my own tunes. And I have one cover that I'm keeping as a secret that I really want to redo, that I can make all dancey and fun.
On March 21st, Carly tweeted a tease of a new song titled My Beating Heart, and the following day on March 22nd, Carly performed a new unreleased song called Alice in Wonderland on Global BC, and with already teasing My Beating Heart the day before, it didn't stop there since months later. On May 8th, she tweeted some lyrics to that song that said, "Who told you loving me was supposed to be fun? I guess you've never been in love before, parentheses my beating heart." That same day, she also tweeted hoping Josh Ramsey would arrive home soon so she could get his opinion on the music she was working on, which the tweet also seemed to tease lyrics to a song that said, KTS kicking in the corner. Then the following month on June 12th, she tweeted some of the lyrics to Alice in Wonderland that said, "I'm in Alice in Wonderland, love is calling, I know why they call it falling." And for the remainder of 2016, besides doing some performances and interviews, Carly continued to work on the album, and when going into the beginning of 2011, on January 4th, in an interview Carly did with The Star Scoop, she was asked to describe the sound of the upcoming album, which she said it was a little bit more dancey folk, but with some of the general vibes as Tug of War. There was no release date for the album, but she mentioned hoping to release the first single on Valentine's Day, followed by the album later on. And when asked about the album's name, she revealed renaming the album 3 times already, but she was still unsure what to call it, though she was having fun deciding with the options that she had. As the month continued, on January 14, Carly tweeted a new update along with some lyrics that said, recording some vocals with Joe Cruz, I didn't just come here to dance, which fast forward, this song, I didn't just come here to dance, ended up getting redone and released on Carly's 2015 third album, Emotion. A few months later, on September 20th, Carly excitedly announced on Twitter that the final song from her second album was being mixed. Not only that, but it was this exact same day that Call Me Maybe, the lead single from her upcoming album, was released. A song about the story of a girl who confronts her fears to ask a boy out. Written by Carly Rae Jepsen, Tavish Kroll, and Josh Ramsey, lead singer of Mariana's Trench, who also produced it as well. Which, fun fact, the song actually started out as a folk song, and when the song was brought to Josh, he suggested adding a pop sound. But keep in mind, at this time, Call Me Maybe was only released exclusively in Canada, with the music video released in December, directed by Ben Nectro, who also directed other music videos for Carly, such as Sour featuring Josh Ramsey. The video was filmed in Canada, although it looked like it was filmed in the summer. It was actually filmed in November when the weather was cooler. And in the video, we see Carly, who has a crush on a guy who's next door and does what she can to get his attention, which doesn't go well, but she does end up getting his attention. Plot twist, he's actually gay and likes her guitar player. But something to know is that later on, the video was taken down for an unknown reason and re-uploaded on March 1st, 2012, probably having to do with the success the song was getting later on. Now, at the time, Carly didn't expect this song to rise in popularity, which began towards the end of 2011 on December 30th. While being at home in Canada for the holidays, Justin Bieber had heard the song on radio and soon after tweeted to his million followers saying it was the catchiest song he had ever heard, which gradually got attention to the song. And with that, it was just the beginning, because the following year, on January 3rd, 2012, besides Selena Gomez posting about Call Me Maybe on social media with a photo of Justin, her boyfriend at the time, with the caption, "This smile is because of Carly Rae Jepsen. We have not stopped listening to your song, girl." Then on January 12th, Carly tweeted she had an announcement, which moments later revealed the name of her album, Curiosity, the album artwork, and the release date set for February 14 on Valentine's Day. And towards the end of the month, the label she was signed to, 604 Records, tweeted a link for fans to pre-order the album. And while nobody knew it yet, this was around the time there was talks of Justin and his manager Scooter Braun to sign Carly. And as this was being finalized, now cutting Curiosity days before its release into a 6-track EP, the following month on February 11th, with the attention the song was getting and Carly promoting, Call Me Maybe peaked at number 1 on the Canadian Hot 100 charts, which things got more exciting from here on for Carly because on February 14th, the day that her Curiosity EP was released, a project having love as a theme, which is why she wanted it to release on Valentine's Day, while Carly was on Much Music to promote it, besides describing it as a self-discovery influenced by her attraction to synths, pop sounds, and things that make you dance. It was revealed that she had signed with Scooter Braun's label, Schoolboy Records, the same label as Justin Bieber, and Interscope Records, to release Call Me Maybe and more music globally. And now with the song available to purchase everywhere, in just a few days after that, with Carly not even knowing until the day it was out, there was a lip sync video uploaded on YouTube on February 18th that went viral featuring Justin Bieber, Selena Gomez, Ashley Tisdale, and more, which helped the song get even more attention. Then with Carly promoting the song more outside of Canada, the attention just grew even more, which made the song become a worldwide smash hit, topping the charts in several countries including the US. And with being as big as it became, people uploaded many videos on YouTube, videos of lip singing, dancing, and creating parodies of the song, making it a big impactful pop culture moment. And while working on her new album, interviews, a possible duet with Justin Bieber, and more, a few months later on June 25th, her Billboard cover story was released where there was word of her working with Ryan Tedder, along with Carly not only mentioning she was writing a song with Red Fool from LMFAO, but she also revealed that she actually wanted Curiosity to be the first single for her second album. But it wasn't anybody else's first choice, they actually liked Call Me Maybe more. She eventually decided to go with that song. Then on June 26th, a collaboration that was revealed earlier on June that Carly did with Owl City, Good Time, was released, which not only was the lead single to Owl City's 4th album, The Midsummer Station, but it also became Carly's second single off her upcoming album, which was a success, peaking at number 8 on the US Billboard Hot 100 charts, and the music video was released on July 24th, following the theme of the song, Having a Fun Time with Friends, which was directed by Declan Whitebloom, who also directed music videos for other artists such as Anywhere by Rita Ora, We Are Never Getting Back Together by Taylor Swift, and One Thing by One Direction. The following month on early August, Carly started to drop hints about the album's name on Twitter, with photos such as her band blowing kisses, the famous kiss from Spider-Man, and to end it all, Carly asked fans to tell her about their first kiss story. Which then on August 7th, it was announced her upcoming album will be called Kiss, set to release on September 18, and she also left a statement that said, "These are lyrics and song ideas that I have been collecting over the years. The record is pop, it's inspired by Robin, The Cars, Madonna, and believe it or not, James Taylor. I can't wait to share it with everyone." And it didn't stop there because the following day on August 8th, while attending the 2012 Teen Choice Awards, Carly spoke with The Hollywood Reporter, sharing more details about the new album, saying it was almost completed, she was going to work with Max Martin, and Call Me Maybe was a fair representation of the general sound. She also mentioned that the album was going to be more dance than she had initially intended, but that it was a lot of fun going into that direction. On August 14th, she shared the album artwork on social media, and on August 31st, she posted a track list that was handwritten with some drawings, and from what we could see, a few songs that she had shared or teased would be on the album, such as Almost Said It, a song that she performed in a video that she uploaded on YouTube back on January 31st, that used to be titled We Almost Said It but got reworked into Almost Said It. Tiny Little Balls, an unreleased song she performed on Green Couch Sessions back in late 2010, and it's also the song that took her the longest to write.
I like the idea of writing a song about falling in love with traveling in cities and comparing that to an actual relationship. And the kicker was at the very end when I was sort of lost as to how to find a bridge. I took that little Cupid, draw back your bow line, and the Sammy Cooke little sample and stuck it in, and it felt like it had found its home. So yeah, that one took me a while.
Along with one song from the EP, Curiosity. A standard and deluxe version of the album were released, along with other versions such as iTunes Deluxe Edition, Target Deluxe Edition, and more, followed by 2 more singles, This Kiss and Tonight I'm Getting Over You, which also got a remix featuring Nicki Minaj, released the next year on May 2013. But the question is, why did she cut her Curiosity album into an EP instead of waiting a little bit longer and releasing that album instead of making a whole new album? Well, according to an interview she did with The Time a few years later, released on August 19, 2015, while promoting her album Emotion, an album she started writing since she turned in Kiss, when asked if she felt Kiss was rushed, she said, "Before I had any intentions with the label and Call Me Maybe was just in Canada, I was planning to put out my second release in Canada. It was going to be an album called Curiosity that I had written along with Ryan Stewart. We had this whole album ready to go, then the song took off and everyone funneled with it. Do you want to come down to LA and meet some writers here? It was my dream to do that. So I threw all those songs into the abyss and went and started new. I had the security blanket that if I didn't write anything I loved, I could go back and release bits of that album. You get in the room with these people who are like the Wizard of Oz from your childhood, and you're like, drop back the curtain, hello? It was a fun challenge of 2 months to see what I could do. See if I can beat it. I ended up scrapping everything because I love the new material more." And then around 4 to almost 5 years later, while she was on Pop Buzz, when asked to rate her album, she talked about Kiss again.
Kiss was very rushed and very, I wanted to make pop, but I was still learning about it. So I'm gonna maybe give it 6.5, 7, 2.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
below.
Well, no, yeah, you're right. You should move forward. 7.
No, but you gotta stick with the original ranking now.
As for the songs that were gonna be scrapped that were gonna be on the Curiosity album, those songs were Angels, Europe, Lost and Found, Dear Julian, which according to Carly Rae Jepson Wiki, when Curiosity was available for pre-order on iTunes Canada, a snippet of the song was available to preview for a short time, which later on a 1 minute and 30-second preview surfaced in 2014, and there's also a fan recreation of it that you can hear on YouTube, or you can watch the live performances on YouTube that Carly gave of this song. Also, back in February 2012, producer of the song Kevin Marr teased the possibility of reworking Dear Julian for Carly's Kiss album, but I guess those plans ended up not happening after all. Then there's Alice in Wonderland, which, fun fact, back in January 23, 2012, Carly told MTV News that she had written some songs for Madison Beer and that Alice in Wonderland was one of them that she had given to her, saying that she had sounded great on the track and that she was really excited for her to put it together, but I guess things ended up not working out and it just didn't get released. Also, her song Curiosity that has a less produced mix on the EP, which started out as the song My Beating Heart, actually had a music video filmed, but since plans were changed, though it was a single in Canada, it got scrapped, but later on November 2012, it was leaked, directed by Colin Minahan, who's also directed movies such as 2011 Grave Encounters and more. In the video, we see Carly go into a house of endless hallways, and as she's going through moments and fantasies with her boyfriend, the relationship starts to shatter because she finds out someone else is there, leading to her opening the door to the truth of her boyfriend cheating on her. So she ends up leaving him, which apparently the reason why this video wasn't released was because it was considered too sexy. And although Kiss isn't one of her favorite albums, I can understand why, since it was completed in just a few months where she didn't have the time she needed to explore and perfect her pop sound. And during that time she was doing so much promo, interviews, not to mention the pressure she may have gotten from the label and manager to quickly finish the album while Call Me Maybe was on the rise with its popularity, which despite the challenges, I think she did make it work. I think the album came out great. Considering it was made in such a short time, it does a nice job in capturing, at least for me personally, the essence of a great bubblegum pop album, especially for that time. It's fun, it has those big pop production songs. Sure, there's some tracks that have remnants of the early 2010s, but I still think it's great. I love Tiny Little Red Balls, Your Heart Is a Muscle, More Than a Memory, the Kiss mix version of Curiosity, and even Sweetie that I think would have been a great single. But I do think it's a shame that This Kiss and Tonight I'm Getting Over You didn't get more success, because to me I think they were great single choices, the videos were nicely done, but most likely it was because of Call Me Maybe being such a massive hit song that it overshadowed what was to come later on during this era. As for the songs that she scrapped, you never know, she may release those songs on another album. She has done that before forward songs that didn't make it on an album she was currently making at the time, like I Didn't Just Come Here to Dance. It was written around Curiosity, which started as Came Here to Dance, but later got reworked and got released on her 2015 third album, Emotion, along with Falling For You that didn't make it on Curiosity, but was reworked into Warm Blood for Emotion as well. Two examples where she's done it, which if you haven't heard it, I do highly recommend checking out the Curiosity EP. There's great songs on there, especially the song Picture. That is probably one of my top 10 favorite Carly songs. But what are your thoughts on this? Do you think Carly one day should just release the songs that she scrapped off the Curiosity album? And also, what were your thoughts on Kiss? And if you liked it, what were your top 3 favorite songs off it? And also, which version of Curiosity is your favorite? The one from the EP or the one from the Kiss album, or do you like both? You could share it down below in the comments. I've done a deep dive on what happened to Carly's album Disco Sweat, which you can watch right here, and also done a video of the 10 underrated songs by Carly, which you can watch right here as well. If you did enjoy this video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you later.